wasn't my body fat percentage that was the problem. It was my body weight. I was just too underweight.
Delusional. Illogical. I am William Li, 100% natty. But is he? Coach Greg, in today's video, the return of William Li. We all remember William Li years ago. Guy was 100% natural, but had some of the worst body dysmorphia I've ever seen in my life. This is my opinion. I am not sure, but if you remember, he was lying about his height, he was wearing foot inserts to become taller, and he amassed almost 4 million followers on YouTube and left just like that. And so in today's video, we find out the true reason.
To be brutally honest, I didn't know if I would ever post again. But even after 3 years, I still get comments asking me to come back.
You have to understand, he was getting 100 million views a month and or more, getting millions of followers. You want these? Do these. He was famous, world famous, so much so. But the pressure, it must have got to him. Think of it. Would you give this all up? Perhaps millions of dollars. All he had to do was continue to post, but yet he didn't. And so why did he not?
You guys helped me realize that my purpose in life was to motivate you kings to get absolutely shredded.
Now, if getting shredded causes so much mental anguish that you have to disappear for 3 years, it isn't worth it. My channel's about helping you to be healthy, and that oftentimes involves losing weight, lifting weights, doing cardio, eating healthy foods. But William Li, he's going too far. If you watch William Li, you almost certainly are thinking you gotta be shredded, you gotta have single-digit body fat, as the person himself cannot record videos unless he himself is single-digit body fat.
And I was doing anything and everything to fulfill that purpose.
And remember, he says he was willing to do anything and everything to maintain that purpose. If a guy is willing to do anything and everything to record videos, to motivate people to be shredded, would he be willing, perhaps, maybe, to use or abuse performance-enhancing drugs, whether it's SARMs, testosterone, peptides, you name it? And so if that person cares so much about what you think of him, his appearance, how tall he is, that he's willing to lie, do you not think it's possible he would dabble in PEDs?
Even maintaining what I thought at the time was a dangerously low body fat percentage year-round.
Admittedly, he says he was trying to maintain a dangerously low body fat percentage year-round. Similar to, for example, Tristan Lee. The only difference, Tristan Lee is actually able to sustain it. We see Tristan posting constantly, and so for him, his genetics allow him to be single-digit body fat, close to 4, in fact, year-round. But for William Li, it was impossible. I remember in the past, left the country of Canada to go to a different country in order to have warmer environments so that he could record videos. He felt like if he was sweating and it was hotter, he could have more veins and he would look better. But he wasn't able to stick to his diet, and so he wasn't able to record those videos.
As a lifetime natural, I knew how cutthroat the fitness industry was.
He didn't need to say that. And so that is where I chimed in. If he had not have mentioned Lifetime Natural, and he had just made the video, hey, the fitness industry is cutthroat. You need to get leaner than last time, have more muscle than last time. The algorithm, it's unforgiving. It's relentless. If you don't stand up physically, have the shredded abs, the veins, chest, the biceps, how are people going to watch you? And so does anyone think that he didn't prepare for weeks in order to post his video? Most certainly, he's got a pump. He's vascular. He's got a sweat going on. And so he's making sure that this is his ultimate physique. You think he's eating a salad before recording this video? You think he's going to let his belly hang out? No. He wants you to see, I am William Li, 100% natty. But is he?
Make it on social media as a natural fitness influencer. You really only have 2 options. You either hop on and lose your natty status, or you just stay shredded year-round. That's how you stay relevant, and that's how you stick out.
Well, there is the third option. You just lie about being natural, and you stay shredded and huge, and you just say that you're natural, that it's your genetics. I mean, he's acting like it's A or B when clearly it could be C.
So even though I never condoned or promoted staying shredded year-round,
he states he never promoted or condoned staying shredded year-round. Only thing is, he doesn't practice what he's preaching. By example alone, he's telling you, you need to be shredded. You need to be amazing. And when he couldn't, he left and stopped recording videos for 3 years. And so if that isn't a message to the young people of the world that, hey, you best be lean, you better be looks maxing. He even used to do the mewing thing. Before looks maxing was cool, he was already on top of it.
I simply viewed it as a price that I had to pay to stand out.
Yeah, for you guys over there, you don't have to be lean. You don't have to be muscular. No, none of you have to do anything. It's not important. But for me, I have to be shredded, amazing, everything. Because that's how life works. But for you, it doesn't. Does anyone believe that message? Imagine thinking that you can make a video and say, oh, I don't promote being lean. I don't think it's important. It's not anything. But I need to do it or I can't even record a video for 3 years.
But I didn't promote staying sub 10% body fat year-round for multiple years at a time.
So I didn't promote being 10% body fat or left year on. I just required it for myself. You know, you guys don't have to be lean, but I do. And if not, I'm not recording.
I had extremely strict standards for how I would look before I even picked up the camera. For example, if like one particular shoulder vein wasn't showing that day, I wouldn't even bother to film.
And so he didn't live up to the standard that he put on himself to feed the algorithm the videos that they required. Well, it wasn't worth it and he stopped recording altogether.
I didn't look good enough. And same thing happened the next day, the next day, and the next day. And before I knew it, I was gone.
Gone. I don't know if he's talking about gone as in gone to a different country where he's not recording. If he was gone as in he was gone, his body weight kept dropping. But this is exactly what happens when you develop an ED. That word that rhymes with sick, where you don't eat and you're under 100 pounds, for example, a lot of people, it starts like this. You look in the mirror one day and you decide, oh, I'm not lean enough. I need to be smaller. The next day, the next day, the next day, you say the exact same thing. Before you laid it, you are in fact gone. Literally and figuratively.
For most of my content creation days, I was sitting around 150 pounds, which was far below what my body was comfortable at.
And so what exactly was the problem? Well, here we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. This is the most important part of the video. He says the problem is he was too small. He was only 150 pounds, single-digit body fat. Perhaps let's give him 7 or 8%. Is very, very lean.
Far below what my body was comfortable at. Okay, don't mind me, just got some Diet Coke.
And so he's having Diet Coke. I'm having Alter Ego, a Panda HGLT collab, where I'm drinking this before going for a bike ride.
Everyone has a natural genetic set point.
And so he's describing everyone having a natural genetic set point, a place that you want to be. And for William Li, 7 or 8%, it wasn't it. It was below his set point. And at that point, you have brain fog, less energy, you're hungry all the time. You can't concentrate, your libido, it goes down in the toilet. And this is essentially how almost every bodybuilder feels when they're on a bodybuilding diet.
So what I didn't know at the time was that I wasn't too shredded. I wasn't too lean. It wasn't my body fat percentage that was the problem. It was my body weight. I was just too underweight.
What do you mean? That's exactly what it was. You were too shredded, you were too lean. It has nothing to do with your body weight. It's how much body fat that your body had. Your body weight is just, well, how much muscle and fat, water, bones, all the things that you have. But your body fat is your energy reserve. The fat on your body is what you use. For example, when I go on a bike ride, if I'm in zone 2 and I'm riding, 50% of my calories come from fat, the fat on my body, and 50% from the carbs that I ate, aka from glycogen. Now, if your body fat is too low, your energy reserve, it gets depleted. You don't have the same amount of energy. And so during the day, for example, right now, I'm burning mostly body fat. The harder you go, for example, when you go from zone 1 to zone 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, you're burning less fat and more carbs. I'm certain that most of you already knew that. Probably heard of the fat burning zone. It's just a zone where your body can comfortably burn a lot of body fat in comparison to carbs. If you're going very, very hard, zone 4, you're sprinting, you're pushing yourself to the limit. You're burning mostly carbs. If your body fat is too low, you're essentially running on fumes all day long. When I'm sitting here, I'm burning mostly fat. When I walk to the toilet to take a shit, burning mostly fat. Walk upstairs to go to bed, burning fat. Sleeping, burning fat. Running, burning mostly carbs. And so if your body fat is too low, think of it as your car, it's almost out of gas and you're running on fumes. It's spattering and spitting around. It goes forward, it stops, and so you just don't have the same energy you had. And so William Li's problem is his body fat was too low. It has nothing to do with if he weighed 150 or 170. If your body fat is 12% at 150 or 5% and you're 200, you're going to feel better at 12% at 150 pounds. The extra 50 pounds of muscle or whatever, it's not going to make you feel better if your body fat is too low. And that is what he means by genetic set point, a minimum amount of fat that you need. It's not the pounds that you weigh, it's the body fat that you're running on.
It was my body weight. I was just too underweight.
No, you're not. Let's feed this. He wasn't underweight in the slightest. 5'9", 150 pounds BMI. BMI is 22.1. A healthy, normal weight, 18.5 to 24.9. What about 5'9", 170? That's what he is right now. 25.1. And so technically, according to BMI, he's actually now overweight. But remember, this is all muscle. He hasn't gained body fat. He's put on 20 pounds of muscle in 3 years while being natty. And remember, these are not newbie gains. He'd already previously put on that muscle.
And because I was underweight, this made me feel like I was running on fumes. I had low energy and I was mentally drained.
Everything he's describing is from having too low body fat, not being too low in weight.
And that's what led to the burnout. I wasn't too shredded, I was just underweight.
Delusional. Illogical. He doesn't understand this. And so although he's a smart guy and he studied this, I believe that the brain can play tricks on people who are too lean. People who are on bodybuilding diets or do bodybuilding competitions, they get caught up in what they look like in the mirror. And so perhaps he's convinced himself that it's not the body fat that was too low, but it's his body weight. It's the body fat.
I'm proud to say I put on 20 pounds, and not all of it is gonna be purely muscle.
One of the components of having body dysmorphia, it's a distorted image of how you appear in a mirror. He's saying, I put on 20 pounds, but clearly it's not all muscle. He thinks, I probably don't look like I'm under 10% body fat to you, but I really am. Does he not see himself here? Like, does this guy look like he's gained a bunch of body fat from 3 years ago? Does he look like he's gotten fat?
Putting on 20 pounds as a natty is almost unheard of.
Think of it. He even says it himself. It's almost unheard of. Imagine putting on 20 pounds of muscle in 3 years after already going through all of your newbie gains. I mean, if you had just joined the gym 3 years ago, 20 pounds in 3 years is perfectly normal. I wouldn't have said anything suspicious about that. But bro is already jacked, had already been training for years.
Now that I put on more weight, I'm still sub 10% body fat, but I still feel great.
So I don't understand. He's saying now that he's put on 20 pounds of muscle, he still feels great, but he's saying before he didn't feel great. Implying that you still feel great means that you felt great in the past. Something doesn't click.
So yes, you can stay shredded year round. That's not unhealthy. Being underweight is unhealthy though.
What exactly is promoting here? I don't understand this. If you're trying to be too shredded, it's not healthy. Look what happened to William Li. We lost him for 3 years. He stopped posting because he didn't feel like he was good enough.
If you do it the right way, you can stay shredded year round. It's just that most people don't know how to do it.
And so, William, how did you do it? Did you take a GLP? Did you use PEDs, SARMs? What exactly allowed you on this day, 3 years later, to finally have lost the weight? If he knows so much and if he's so smart, why did it take him 3 years to figure it out? If it was so simple, if he knew what he was doing, why was he gone for 3 years? In comparison, Coach Greg, I've got my cookbook. Have I been gone in the last 3 years? Has there ever been a 2-day period where you didn't see me post a video? I have over 4,000 videos I've been posting for multiple years. I know what I'm doing, and I speak the truth. I'm not telling you not to follow William Li, but I am going to caution you. Do not develop body dysmorphia and think that you have to be as lean as William Li in order to be a happy, healthy human being or to promote videos.
So while I was gone, I was experimenting with a lot of different things.
Steroids, which ones? Testosterone, masterone, primo, SARM's Ostrine, Rad 140, or perhaps IGF-1, Sermorelin, Ipamorelin, CJC 1295, or maybe it was enclomiphene. Maybe he's just using something right now, for example, Tadalafil, Cialis, you can get this at Algorex. Maybe it was the GLPs, also Algorex. I mean, if he wants to look amazing for this video, he could certainly take some Cialis, do a bunch of push-ups, get pumped up, do 50 push-ups, and stand and look amazing. Now, full disclosure, I'm on HRT. I don't do push-ups. I don't do sit-ups. I'm not taking Cialis to have extra veins or to look jacked, pumped up, and shredded to record these videos. I just record. William Li took 3 years to prepare for this video.
I'm so excited to share all the knowledge that I have acquired with you kings on how to train optimally.
Was he also experimenting with a GLP? I mean, Ozempic or tirzepatide for a guy who's always hungry, who's struggling to stick to his diet, who's drinking the Diet Cokes to stay full, which obviously it makes a lot of sense, eating fruit and vegetables, low-calorie dense foods, and consuming a lot of protein, low in fat, as well as a lot of fiber. But if you're struggling to lose weight still, you can of course get GLP Max. You can click the link and get it from HDLT Supplements, as well as GO2 Max to improve your cardio and Turk Builder Max to improve your training to build more muscle and allow you to go harder than last time. Code Greg, 15% off. And I'm telling you, no way is he a lifetime natural. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost for the algorithm. Don't forget to go to AlgoRx. Also, watch those 2 bloops. And if you want to be sponsored or become an ambassador, click the link. If you would like to be coached, the link, or carry the HDLT supplement in your store, click the link. And until next time, I am out.